Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your August 27th, 2025. Well, things not looking bad out there. It was a bit of a cool start out there. Maybe a light jacket to start your day, but things warming up nicely. Got plenty of sunshine, a few clouds here and there. Otherwise, not looking too bad here on your Wednesday afternoon. And looks like we're in store for maybe a few more clouds for tomorrow. Weekend's not looking too bad. The European model's throwing a little bit of a curveball in the next week. So for places across North Georgia, I'll have to watch a little more carefully going into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday next week. But let's go ahead and just focus in on the next few days for right now, shall we? Let's before we get into that, let's make sure that if you're following here on Facebook, make sure you go ahead and give us a like and follow here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. And if you're watching over on YouTube, get us a subscribe. Give us a subscribe. I'll say that twice. And go ahead and get that thumbs up, that notification bell there so you're alerted on future content. All right, let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? As we're looking at abundant sunshine there in Chattanooga. Looks like a gorgeous afternoon here across our area, across East Tennessee. And North Georgia there in Dahlonega, also looking pretty good sunshine. A few fair weather clouds, but otherwise looking very nice across our area. Obviously, with sky conditions like that, that radar is quiet. It should remain that way going into tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night we start seeing a little activity going into Alabama, but otherwise not looking too bad for us. Here's our satellite picture as we've seen a lot of clear skies across the area. Again, just a few fair weather cumulus clouds there across North Georgia, otherwise looking pretty good here across our area. Regionally, looking at what we're seeing right now, looking at temperatures warming up nicely across the area. As we can see, many areas here topping out into the upper 70s and low 80s here across our area, but looking pretty good here for this afternoon. Quick look out in the tropics, looking all quiet once again. Got a decent tropical wave here off the coast of Africa that may kind of coming on out. This area is expected to start heating up here, especially sometime after the 10th of September. Some of the long-range projections are seeing activity start to pick up a little bit. But for right now, going into Labor Day weekend, we don't have any problems along the Gulf Coast to cause you any real headaches there from a tropical perspective. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast model data here as we're going to be looking at here through the next, say, 40 hours or so and get you into this as we go ahead and take a look at this. We do have some rains coming into Alabama. I don't think we'll see much in East Tennessee, North Georgia, not much for you as well. This will be sliding through out of Mississippi and into Alabama. You kind of see this going into Thursday afternoon. So you see that kind of moving on down here to the south and seeing some activity coming in there and not getting much into this area. Looks like it's staying clear. Staying south. There's a couple of showers trying to work in on Friday. But for the most part, it's looking pretty good. I think we'll be all right with this. The question is beyond that. When that little energy comes down, going into the weekend, I got some question marks there. So we'll see how it looks for tomorrow. But there could be some changes, especially on days 5, 6, and 7 on our long-range forecast. So just keep that in mind here going into the weekend. All right, let's go take a look at our service map here. Let's go take a look at this as we kind of go through here. As we look at our maps from the National Weather Service here as we go into Thursday, we're looking pretty good, folks. We got no problems here. The high pressure still in control. Here comes that little bit of moisture, a little energy kind of kicking in here. I'll be moving across going into your Friday. So as we go into Friday, here comes that rain. Again, limited rain chances here going into the weekend. Then we'll see what happens in the weekend. We got that stationary boundary to the south. What the models are doing here is we're getting what's called an inverted trough wanting to stick back here on the European. If that happens, that's going to kick the rain chances up here coming back across Georgia. Now, right now, we're going to keep it off right now, but going into next week, that would change this map significantly if that's to happen. But for right now, we're going to keep it clear Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and looks like we'll see sunshine back in here going into next week. But again, this is going to be subject to change here. I want to get another couple of model runs here before I lock into anything changing on my forecast that much. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast here. Partly sunny tomorrow, so we'll have a little filtered sunshine in here with that disturbance out to the west. Probably start with a little more sunshine, becoming a little more partly sunny for the afternoon. 81.58 there. Looking at your perspective lows tonight, cool. Not quite as cool as last night. Most areas middle to upper 50s for lows for tonight. And daytime highs looking like generally low 80s for most locations, except for some 70s over in the mountains there of North Carolina and North Georgia. Regionally looking like this, 86 in Nashville, some rain over in Memphis, 75 there, and 90 in Jackson. Still holding on to summertime temperatures down there across the extreme south. Mobile at 92, Destin checking in at 90, and 86 over into Savannah. And as we look at the next 7 days, here's the forecast. Okay, I think we're pretty much set here for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday going into Monday, Tuesday, that's where I got a little bit of question mark. Maybe not so much for East Tennessee, but definitely for North Georgia. We'll watch that closely right now. Temperatures here on the 80s, upper 50s, and low 60s going the next weeks, but generally still seeing temperatures remaining below average here over the next 7 days. Normal high, 87, 88 degrees. We're going to stay below that for this upcoming week. And again, the question mark on that weekend forecast remains. I was hoping the 12Z European would clear it up. It was showing it something on the 0Z run overnight, and the 12Z, which just came in, it's still showing some issues there going into the second half of the weekend, early next week. So I'm going to watch that closely. We'll see if that's going to change over 7 days. So just keep that in mind for tomorrow. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel, Facebook page. Make sure you give us a like and follow. And over on YouTube, you got to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for future updates. All right, that's y'all's update for now. Again, y'all take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great, safe day. Talk to you later.